Come on, let's do this thing here. After we gonna.
Yeah.
Next time, come.
Yeah,
What you want me to do?
No, it's gonna it's up already.
Oh,
It's live already. Live. Let's start
it's
on a
live?
bit there. Yeah, man. I got full.
all right.
Yeah, man. Enzymes.
You want something? Here. Yours, the green.
Yes, blessings. We want to give thanks and praises to the Most High. Blessed love, everybody. Good night. You know we're going to do a live tonight again. We're talking about the classes again in herbs. And be in Ambrosia, in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I mean? And we are trying to educate our people about herbal medicine. You know what I mean? Right. So we want to give all the thanks and praise to the Most High. Good night, everybody. You know what I mean? All the watching. Thanks for the support and thanks for the people who coming in every day to try to get themselves better. You know? That's the key. Each one teach one, you know? All right. So, you know, it's kind of cold outside, so we decided we're going to have another, maybe about 15-20 minutes of a class tonight on herbs and some herbs that we deal for certain condition of the stomach. All right? And we won't stay too long, but we want to try to educate our people about how the plants are used to heal the ailment, because at the end of the day, herbs are used for healing, the healing of the nations. Bottom line, that's what God said, not me. All right? Wonderful. Now, tonight we're going to talk about cooling bitters, warming bitters. Over here, my man. We're going to we have a PowerPoint tonight. We're going to talk about hypochlorhydria and hypochlorhydria. All right? Stacy, how you doing? All right, Beverly, Noel, Carl Johnson, blessed love, Pat, blessed love. You know what I mean? Abia, blessed love, Anna, blessed love. Thanks for watching. Give thanks and praise to the Most High Jehovah. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about hypochlorhydria and hypochlorhydria. Hypo and hypo. Two different conditions of the stomach and two different type of herbs we have to use. So we want to educate the public tonight on how to use these plants together. So you are in classes, have your pen and paper on hand so you can write. All right? So that you can teach somebody else. Now, if somebody come to Patrick Dells or they come to Ashanti guy and they have a stomach problem, and as we said before that the stomach is the earth, all right? We have to look at what the condition of the stomach is. So we can't use plants that won't help the stomach. You see? So we have to know what is going on with the stomach. We have to look at the age of the individual, and we have to look at what is happening in the digestive system in order for us to determine what plants we are going to use in that particular area of the body. So once you have troubles in the stomach and you come to Ashanti or you come to Patrick Dells or you come to Ambrosia and you said, Mr. Dells, I have acid reflux. The first question I ask the patient is, how old are you? Mr. Dells, I'm 45. Or Mr. Dells, I'm 25 years old. So I said to the person, you are suffering from what now, Ashanti? You are suffering from hyperchlorhydria. Don't forget the word now. Hyperchlorhydria means that you have too much acid in your stomach. Because once you are under 50, you are suffering from hyperchlorhydria. So you're supposed to know what herbs you have to use in that particular area in order to fix the excessive amount of acid in the person's stomach. That's the key. If you don't know how the plants are used, the herbalist, can cause the patient's stomach to become even more aggravated and causing more troubles. And then the patient going to say, what, Ashanti? Herbs don't work. And that's why you have to learn how to use the plants, right? So let's look at some of the herbs that are warming and some of the herbs that are cooling. Remember we said before that some herbs are cooling and some herbs are warming. Some herbs have a carminative effect. Some herbs are pectorals. Some herbs are demulcent and some herbs are astringent. Mark the words down. Demulcent plants, astringent plants, carminative plants, cooling plants, warming plants, and bitter plants. All right, don't forget now. Now, usually when we go into the stomach to fix a person who have, over here, hyper, Hyperchlor, Hydria, hyperchlorhydria. It's telling me that the person have too much acid in the stomach. So we are going to have to drop the acid to keep the pH in the stomach walls at a number of what? 3.6, not 0.1. 0.1 or 2.0 acid in the stomach is telling us that you are burning the walls of the stomach, even though your stomach is producing what? Mucus to prevent that same acid from burning the walls. But because the acid become overbearing, it start burning the walls of the stomach, causing the patient to have burning and also can cause ulcers. So we use what? Meadowsweet. We use orange peel. These two herbs right here. These two herbs right here. Got meadowsweet. This herb right here is one of the best herbs to drop the acid in your stomach. Don't forget the herb name. The name of the herb is called meadowsweet. Don't forget now. We're going to show you how to mix them together. Now, once we put the meadowsweet, we add another herb called orange peel. That over here. The orange peel skin supposed to be yellow, not green. Don't forget the color. The color of the orange peel supposed to be yellow, not green. I'm going to mark it on here for you. It's a cooling bitter. So all the cooling bitters drop the acid in the stomach. But because these herbs are cooling and they drop the acid in the stomach, we have to make sure now that the acid in the stomach do not drop to a number whereby you, the patient, cannot break down your protein foods, because you need acid in the stomach to break down your proteins. So we don't want to drop the acid like the what? Like the Diker does, like the Tagamet does. We want to make sure that we drop it enough so that you can feel better without dropping it on a level where you can't break down your protein foods. So what we do, we use some of the plants in here that helps to normalize the function of the acid from stopping it from dropping too much. So we go to some of the carminatives. This herb right over here, come over here, Shante. This herb is a carminative. Carminative means that if you have an overactive stomach, it calms the stomach walls, but it also prevents the acid from dropping too much. So if we try to keep the pH in the stomach walls at 3.6, you see? So we use the meadowsweet, we use the fennel seed, don't forget the names now. We use the chamomile. Chamomile is also a carminative. But if you are allergic to ragweed as an individual, you will have to remove the chamomile from the mixture. So the herbalist supposed to ask the patient, Mr. John, are you allergic to ragweed? If the patient says yes, Mr. John Mr. John says yes, I am allergic to ragweed. Mr. Herbalist shall remove the chamomile from the mixture. Don't forget now, you have to learn. If the patient is not allergic to ragweed, we will put the chamomile back. Carminatives. We go to the next one. The next one is wild yam. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to use these herbs together. Because the purpose of this mixture is to prevent nauseated feeling, to drop the acid to a number where it won't burn the stomach anymore. Women who have a period and is going through nauseated feeling, this mixture will also work for them. If you also have morning sickness or motion sickness, this formula will also work for you. Because of what? Because of ginger. So we mix meadowsweet, fennel seed, chamomile, wild yam. Because remember that wild yam act as a cholagogue. Cholagogue means that if there is trouble between your liver and your gallbladder in terms of bile production, the cholagogues will normalize the bile production of the liver. So this herb called wild yam, don't forget the name, it's a cholagogue. And it is also an antispasmodic plant. If you have what we call gallbladder congestion or gallbladder spasm, it will stop the spasm of the gallbladder. So any spasm in the stomach walls or in your gallbladder, this mixture will also stop that. Don't forget, no, mark them down now. Each one teach one. The next herb in the mixture is called ginger. And we know for a fact that ginger is an herb that's used for nauseated feeling, motion sickness, morning sickness. And this herb will also help the stomach if there is troubles in the intestines, to help to calm or to move excessive amount of toxins from the intestines. I use this herb as a radiation plant to attack cancer cells. This is your natural radiation that God created for us to use. Turmeric. Turmeric is what we call a, look at over here, it's called a warming bitter. Warming bitters do what? Warming bitters seem to bring back up the acid if there is a little bit of acid in the stomach. So remember, we go into the cooling bitters and we go into some of the warming bitters for hyperchlorhydria, not hypo, hyperchlorhydria. Look at the word over here, don't forget the word now. Hyperchlorhydria. Mixture. The next herb we're going to use there is called slippery elm. Because, why would we use slippery elm? Slippery elm is a demulcent plant. So if the person comes to the herbalist and they have acid reflux and they're under 50 years of age and they have acid burned in the walls of the stomach, we know for a fact that that person can develop an ulcer in the stomach. So in order for us to prevent the person or the patient from getting an ulcer, we use what? The demulcent plant. So what the slippery elm does, it goes and it soothes the walls of the stomach, helping the stomach to produce little bit more mucus in the walls that the stomach's supposed to produce to protect itself from the acid. And in turn, you can prevent yourself from getting an ulcer. If there is an ulcer in the duodenum, or if there is an ulcer in any part of the GI tract, this is the herb you have to use for the demulcent plants. They soothe the ulcers. Don't forget that now. If you have acid reflux and you have what we call a hiatus hernia, meaning that your stomach is pushing up into the chest cavity, affecting your hiatus, causing you to have trouble with the diaphragm, we put in peppermint in the mixture. You understand? That's why herbal medicine is not what people think it is. You understand? So, get a bigger bag for me, bro. Mix them for me. Take it one time. So we know for a fact that all these herbs work on what? Hyperchlorhydria. If you have a hiatus hernia, it works in that too. Because we know for a fact that... Wonderful. Thank you, my brother. We know for a fact that once your stomach, right over here, your stomach is very small, you know. Once your stomach is full or it's over full, your stomach will start to push up in the chest cavity. Once your stomach pushes up in the chest cavity, it shortens your esophagus, number one. Number two, it causes you to have a hiatus hernia. And sometimes the doctor or the x-rays do not pick it up. More than 50% of people who have troubles in the stomach is suffering from hiatus hernia and don't know they have it because the x-rays don't pick it up. See? But this mixture right here, all these herbs over here, is going to work on dropping the stomach, dropping the acid in your stomach, calming the stomach walls, increasing a little bit of more mucus that the stomach produces to prevent the stomach walls from being invaded by the acid, and also calming the stomach and preventing ulcers, preventing nauseated feeling, for preventing dysbiosis, preventing trouble from going from the stomach into the intestines. And if there is troubles in the gallbladder, we use the other herbs for gallbladder congestion by using the plants we call what? Cholagogues. Don't forget the word now. Cholagogues. Cholagogues are what? They are plants that helps to move excessive amount of bile via your gallbladder and your liver. Don't forget the name. Cholagogues. All right? So what we do, we put all these herbs together. Yeah. Put them all together. All of them together. And we're going to make a mixture called caminative compound or acid reflux formula. Don't forget the herbs. I always tell you what to go back to the post and learn about plants so that when you go to any herbalist, they can't fool you all and tell you all nothing because you all learn from Patrick Delage. That's the key. Shante?
That's right.
Whoa. They say, oh, who taught you that? Yeah, Patrick Delage taught me, so you all can't tie me up, can't fool me at all. Shoot. Know what I mean? Boop. All the herbs are there. Right? Now, you can use these, and because this is the root, we can both separate. Yeah? And we're going to shake that up. And that is what you call caminative compound. Caminative formula. This is what you call an acid reflux formula. This is what you call nauseated formula. This is what you call prevention of gastritis formula. This is what you call prevention of ulcers in the stomach formula. You understand? This is the formula. Now, this is one. And once you have troubles in your stomach, we know for a fact that the digestive system is the stomach, the digestive system is the small intestines, the digestive system is the large intestines, and the digestive system is the pancreas. And we know for a fact that your pancreas is the most active gland in your digestive system. So once you have any troubles in the digestive system, you must use enzymes to help the exocrine part of your pancreas to break down your starches, your proteins, and your fats when it gets into your duodenum, or break down the proteins in your stomach. That is significant. Otherwise, you would never fix your troubles. And again, if you want to fix any troubles in the stomach like acid reflux, you must hold off from eating a starch and a protein together. If you keep on eating a starch food and a protein food together, you will never fix acid reflux, period. So this formula is for people who is under the age of 50. Don't forget, if you have acid reflux and you are over the age of 50, this formula here is contraindicated. You can't use it. Don't forget that now. To the other one. This one is out of the way. We're going now to hypochlorhydria. 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 Hypochlorhydria is the opposite of hyperchlorhydria. Remember we said that once you hyper, you have to be under the age of 50. But once you hypo, you are over 50. Over 50 means that you are not producing enough acid in the stomach, but you are getting the same symptom like someone who is suffering from hyperchlorhydria. Now, why is the person who is over 50 having the same symptom like a person who is suffering from hyperchlorhydria? Let me tell you why. Once you pass the age of 50, your stomach do not produce 50% of the stomach acid. Period. That's a fact. Once you pass over 50, your pancreas do not produce 60% of the enzyme that is being produced in the exocrine part of the gland. No doctors could doubt that. Because doctors are not educated about how the stomach works, once you pass the age of 50 and you have burning in the stomach and you go to a regular doctor, that doctor will give you what? Tagamet, Dica, Zantac. He gives you the Nexium. He gives you the same drug that he gives the person who is under 50 and who is suffering from what? Hypochlorhydria. Because he know better. So he is harming you, the older person, long term. Because he know better. Why is harming you? Because once he give you Dica and you are past the age of 50 and you are not producing 50% of the acid in your stomach, once he gives you Dica, he keeps on dropping and dropping and dropping the acid in your stomach. And long term, you, the patient, who is over the age of 50, start having more troubles to digest your protein foods. You see what I'm saying? Because he know better. He just know to just drop acid. So he don't look at your age bracket. He just drop. So once he drop, there is no way you as an older person past the age of 50 can break down protein foods because he just keep on dropping. So automatically, you, the patient, who is over 50, starts suffering from more troubles in your lower digestive system, which is your what? Your large, your small intestines. Because now the food cannot be digested and moves into the GI tract undigested, causing you to have more troubles like what? Diverticulitis, ileitis, IBS, leaky gut, Crohn's disease, colitis, and mucus colitis. You follow? And that's because you were taking the wrong medication and doing it the wrong way. So now, we're going to teach you, when you have hypochlorhydria, what herbs you got to use. You must use the cooling, the warming. Look at them here. You must use dandelion root. You must use yellow dock root. You must use gentian. You must use turmeric. You must use elecampane. You must use chamomile. You must use slippery elm. And why? Because usually when a lot of people feel this particular herb right here, a lot of people feel this herb right over here. This herb right here, elecampane. Oh, Mr. Dulles, elecampane is for your lung. Oh, yeah? If you learn about plants the right way, You can never come to me and say to me, L-campaign is for your lung. It is a expectorant plant too, but it is also a warming bitter for your stomach when you have acid reflux because you're past the age of 50. So this herb called L-campaign, Eclecampane, is not only for your lung. It is also for your stomach when you have hypochlorhydria. Now, this formula is for people who is over 50. Why? Because once you pass the age of 50 and you don't have enough stomach acid, your body in its wisdom send a signal to your cells. And your cells say, oh, Patrick Douglas past the age of 50, he don't have enough stomach acid, so you know what? I'm going to dump extra acid in his stomach. So your cells start sending signals to dump more acid in your stomach. So you feel like you have acid reflux, like the person who is under 50. But because there is a mismanagement or miscommunication of the cells, they start dumping extra acid in your stomach. So you feel you have too much, but you have too little. So what we do for the hypochlorhydria patient, we increase the function of digestion, we increase the function of absorption, we increase the function of elimination, we increase the function of pancreatic, liver, pancreatic, and small intestines secretion and elimination with these herbs. First one is called dandelion root. Second one is called yellow dock root. Now this is the herb used for the skin when you have trouble with eczema. But it is also a cooling bitter. It also helps the liver to absorb iron, and it also have iron in this particular plant. It's called yellow dock root. Don't forget that now. It's good for wheezing skin, but it also works on your liver when you have skin troubles, but it also is a cooling bitter to the stomach. Next one. Gentian, L-campaign. L-campaign is a herb used for the lung, but it works as a cooling bitter to the stomach. A warming bitter to the stomach, sorry. Now, because lots of people who have hypochlorhydria also have troubles with digestion and also overactive stomach walls, we use chamomile as a comminative there. Next herb we use is a herb called gentian, because gentian is the herb that works between your liver, your gallbladder, and your pancreas. It helps to drop your sugar levels if it's high, and it is also a plant to be used when a person is taking chemotherapy and lose their appetite and can't eat, because it is a bitter and it helps to increase digestion. So you don't lose your appetite when you're taking a demon I call it chemotherapy. Turmeric. Don't forget we said again. Turmeric is a warming bitter. Warming bitter. So what the turmeric does, this formula here, because it deals with these herbs here, because it deals with digestion, absorption, digestion, absorption, and elimination between stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, small and large intestines. It helps you to eliminate waste regularly. This product right here, because of these two herbs right here. These two herbs, yellow dock and dandelion root. Why? Because they act as what we call a mild laxative, because they help your liver to produce more bile. So it increases your bile production. And once you increase your bile production, that bile goes straight into your gallbladder. And your gallbladder will help in turn to emulsify the fat. But we know for a fact you cannot have toxic bile. So these two herbs will prevent toxic bile and help the liver to create most of it, to chuck it down in your intestines so you could go to the bathroom and have a good bowel movement. So we mix them together again. Remember, all those are roots. All those are roots. Yeah? Don't forget we said now, all those are roots. Roots and powders. Powders are roots. Don't forget. All those are roots. And we can do in parts. If you know about the herbs, you can do in parts. And we're going to do this here. We're going to throw it here. Yeah. Now, here's the difference now. Now this here, if it is 4 ounces, you are going to take 2 ounces of this mixture. And you're going to put this 2 ounces in a gallon of water. And you're going to simmer it on the fire for 25 minutes. When it finishes, boy, because they're roots now. They're not flowers. They're roots. 25 minutes. You're going to boil on a fire, and the pot's supposed to be covered. 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, when you remove the fire under the pot, you're supposed to get what? Half a gallon of the tea. Not 1 gallon. Half a gallon. And you're going to do 3 cups per day. And when you're doing these herbs, if you have hypochlorhydria, this one right over here, you're going to use a product called what? Betaine hydrochloride. Not Betaine. Betaine hydrochloride for people over 50 and Betaine for people under 50. Don't forget now the names. Betaine hydrochloride helps in the process of bringing up the acid, and betaine in the process helps the other parts of the herbs to drop the acid in the stomach walls. You know what I'm saying? And that's why herbal medicine is not what people think it is. It's not what people think it is. You have to know the body. You have to know the individual, the energy of the patient, and you have to know the energy of the plants. If you don't know the energy of the plants, and you don't know the energy of the patient, or you, the herbalist, do not ask the patient questions to know what's happening with that particular patient, you will be making your patient come back like a doctor do on a regular basis. Give thanks and praises to the Most High. All right, we have a few seminars coming up. We are in Canada on Wednesday night, Canada, because a lot of people saying, well, Patrick said you're going to come to Canada, but blah, blah, blah. I'm coming to Canada next week, Wednesday. God give me health and strength. We are in Canada next week, Wednesday, and the address is 1415 Kennedy Road. 1415 Kennedy Road, Unit 5, and that is in Scarborough, Toronto, I believe, or Ontario, Canada. 1415 Kennedy Road, Unit 5 in Scarborough, and the number to call is 647-401-5614. Ask for Avalon, because a lot of people, I ain't staying for long, only for 2 days, and I'm gone, because I have to go to Antigua. So we're there from Thursday morning to Saturday morning. You understand? We fly back to New York again, and we fly back to Grenada. So the address is 1415 Kennedy Road, Unit 5, Scarborough, and the number to call is 647-401-5614. Ask for Avalon. Our next stop is in Orlando. And Orlando, I'll give you all a couple months ahead. Orlando is June 14th, 2018, and we're going to go to, I think we're going to Fort Lauderdale the following week. June 14th, Orlando. The address is 4872 Rose Bay Drive. It's on my my page on Facebook. 4872 Rose Bay Drive, Orlando, Florida 32808. 32808. The number again is 4872 Rose Bay Drive. It's in Orlando, Florida 32808. All right. And if you want to get the tickets for that particular event, you're going to go to Eventbrite, EVENTBRITE.com. All right, and type in Patrick Delves. Don't forget, I'm going to put it up under the post. But if you want to go to the Orlando seminar, you're going to go to the Eventbrite, EVENTBRITE.com, and you're going to type in Patrick Delves, and everything going to come up there. You're going to get the tickets to buy. Okay? All right? Wonderful. Then we go to Antigua. Antigua is we are in Antigua from the 11th of April to the 16th of April. And we are going to meet with the Prime Minister of Antigua, with Augustine Brown, and the Minister of Health. And we're going to have a big seminar there. And the seminar is almost sold out. So, because we're working with the Ministry of Health in Antigua now to help our people. Because lots of people in Antigua have 3 shifts of dialysis, 24/7. They have dialysis in Antigua. So a lot of our people, African people, or people in the Caribbean of African descent, is losing the kidney. Lots of people coming in here in Ambrosia with kidney failure who's on dialysis. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. So we have to start to educate our people. Don't get sick. Prevent it. Use these things that God gives us to use on the earth on a regular basis to prevent sicknesses. And they will take care of you. They might take a little time to work, but when they work wonders for you. They work miracles. Trust me. I can tell you that. All right? We're going to Antigua. And if you want to stream, because the event is almost sold out, if you want to stream, and don't forget that you have to also try to help our people. Streaming is BENJAMIN, Benjamin Towers Promotions. If you want to stream to see the big seminar in Antigua, you're going to go to Benjamin Towers Promotions.com. BenjaminTowersPromotion.com, and you can pay to stream, because we have a big seminar there with the Ministry of Health, the Prime Minister, and we're going to make Antigua, we're going to turn around Antigua. You know what I mean? You understand? So those are the events, and we're going to, we are getting ready to go to Bermuda, we're going to Uganda, we're going to South Africa, we're going to Ethiopia, we're going to get them to go to Nigeria, and even Liberia, eventually, in the UK. From the UK, we're going to go to the Netherlands. We're going to go to all them countries and spread the word where all my people at. I'm saying, and spread the message. Because since I ain't seen no Chinese man come with kidney troubles. I ain't seen no Chinese man come. Since I'm here, I ain't seen no Indian man come. Since I'm here, I ain't seen no Syrian man come. I ain't seen no Jews come either. Nobody from the Philippines, North Korea, China, with kidney disease and cancer. It's our people. Our people, man. Check yourself. All right, don't forget. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to have to fix a disease, well, you can prevent it. You know what I mean? It is cheaper to prevent than to treat. It's common sense. And the amount of people coming in here with cancer and is on chemo for 2 years, and the doctor will tell you for a fact that what? Chemotherapy is not curable, but it is treatable. They don't cure you, they treat you. And after they take all your money and you exhaust all your insurance money, they tell you go home and die. So I'm saying to you, don't get it. Prevent it. You understand? And even though you have breast cancer, even though you have foot cancer, even though you have eye cancer, even though you have brain cancer, even though you have prostate cancer, you have penis cancer, what do you do? They just cut it off. You cutting off a woman's breast, cutting off a man's penis, cutting off a person's hand, taking out a person's eye because they have cancer. Don't mean they fix the cancer. You are only removing the part that have it, but it doesn't mean you fix it. It's still there. So you have to go in and look at what caused you to get the cancer in the first place, and then you repair it. But taking it off doesn't mean you're going to fix it. You only remove the part that have it, but it's someplace else. That's the key. So not because you remove it, mean you won't fix it. You understand? That's what come back, because it's still there. And that's the reason we have to go to the earth and all the herbs that God gave us to use on the earth, because we are from the earth, and all the cures are found in the earth. That's where they at. It's just that you don't know it is in your midst, because you are so caught up in the system, or the system, the medical system that is. You're so caught up in the system that you can't understand that all the things that God put for us to use, you leave it behind and go take the chemical man. The same preacher man that you go and listen to every day and say, God is great. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Christ. The same man you go and listen to every Sunday and every Saturday and say, give God the glory. He is the Most High. That same man, that same pastor, same preacher, when he gets sick, where he go? He don't go to the Bible. He don't go to Ezekiel 47:12. He don't go to Revelation 22:3. He don't go to Genesis 1:29. He don't go to Songs of Solomon to use cinnamon and all these plants. He go to the man. So how you believe in God? He goes to the man. I'm not saying don't go to them, but the first person who you should go to for healing is the Most High. His way. You know what I mean? So when I get sick, I go to him first. I said I won't go to them, but I go to the earth, because that's where all the cures are at. You know what I mean? So when he tells you, thank you, Jesus. Didn't Jesus heal the sick? Made the blind see? With what? With what? With clay from the earth? Huh? He didn't go and give the man a pill to make him see. He spit on the ground and put the clay on his eyes and says, look, go wash it off. So to the same Christ who you praise, he went to the earth. He went to the clay. You understand? The same prophets that you talk about, they all went to the earth. All of them. Luke was a physician. Although Luke was a physician, he still went to the earth for all the cures, because that's where they at. Blessed love. And don't forget to call Ambrosia. We are here till what? Wednesday, Shante? Next week, Wednesday. Ambrosia, 3306 Church Avenue. They're between New York Avenue, 34th Street. And the number is 718-469-0985. Blessed love. And don't forget to love your neighbor as yourself. And always give the most glory and the praise to the Most High Jehovah God. Because he's the ultimate healer. Don't give no man no praise, man. Blessed love. Give thanks. Side. Dimitri, Chris, Minia, love you all. I know I miss you all very much, but Daddy coming home soon, okay? Daddy will be home soon. And we all going to Antigua to have a good time with the family. Blessed love. And keep the black family alive. Don't forget, the black family structure is being broken down. So please keep it alive, man. Bring it back up. We are the originators of family, man. Yes, I. Yeah, man. Shanti, speed on by them, man.
Yeah.
Yo. What's up? Yeah, we're live here. The kids, the kids all right? You call them?